by Richie's Bike. We have on our hands Ramirez versus Taylor for all the marbles, the undisputed, all the belts on the line, both fighters undefeated. And yeah, before we start, good morning, gents. Good morning, Luke.
Morning, Luke.
You're as mad as we are. Yeah, and here we go. Yeah, Ramirez, red shorts, Taylor with the tartan shorts. Great as ever.
I think he's Scottish.
I think he is.
I think he might be.
But what a legend.
Very subtle about it.
Put it this way, whoever wins this one, this is major for both fighters.
Well, absolutely.
Seriously,
being undisputed for belt holder is
and to be in this position, for Josh Taylor after 17 fights is unbelievable.
Yeah, but he has a great amateur pedigree behind him, and he has his Commonwealth gold and Commonwealth silver, and he was in London at 2012. So he's a great amateur pedigree, and obviously he won the World Boxing Super Series.
And he's a southpaw.
Yes, of course he is.
Need I say any more?
No.
So
that was good there by Ramirez. It looked like he caught him, but no, Taylor just moved out of the way fairly easily, so didn't really impact him. But it was a good shot nonetheless from Ramirez.
Yeah, definitely.
Bit of an entanglement there.
As we say, this is live on Fight TV. I think it's £10, and on ESPN as well.
It's on BBC 5 Live, but you'd rather listen to us.
Yeah, it's and to be fair, 12 rounds of boxing for the undisputed Ramirez versus Taylor, and first round it's kind of a case of
just feeling each other out.
Yeah, getting a feel for the occasion, getting a feel for each other, see how this one goes. Taylor's taken centre of the ring, and he's just kind of showing him who boss is really. I think it's a case of trying to put your spin on the fight early, so the opponent knows you're in there and you mean business. So now Ramirez taking centre of the ring, so it's a case of tit for tat, and changing stuff around, isn't it?
Absolutely. Right, we're just ending round one there. So I'm giving it to Ramirez for that very well taken body punch that he scored. So it's 10-9 to me for Ramirez. How did you score it, Joel?
Well, he seemed to be the more forthcoming fighter.
Yeah.
It's round one's always, unless someone sort of comes out and really dictates it.
Yeah, it's very close. Will we give a few of the predictions that we got?
Yeah, go for
it. David Corner from Boxing First went for Taylor stoppage rounds 8 to 10. Gail, our good Scottish friend, went for Taylor by late stoppage. Iron Chin Boxing went for Taylor by points. And Marquis Johns went for Taylor unanimous decision. And if anyone else wants to throw in their predictions, then
Marty G, you're not on YouTube tonight. Yeah, we're on YouTube and we're on Periscope, so catch us on both of them. But
he's on Periscope. He's watching us through Periscope, but we are on YouTube.
Yeah,
the link was up on Twitter.
Yeah, we're definitely out on both. So head over to YouTube if you can.
And Marty, who have you got? What's your prediction as we enter round 2 here?
And Luke, let us know your prediction as well. As I say, anyone that's joining for the first time, welcome. Head over to YouTube, type in JG's Fight Talk, hit that subscribe button, and stay with us for this fight. We're in round 2. Taylor looking a bit more composed in this round, staying behind that jab, the southpaw stance. doing the work as always.
Yeah, he definitely looks more
composed, doesn't he?
Mm. Oh, that's an excellent body shot by Taylor. They're both wearing white gloves. I was never a fan of white gloves. Don't ask me why. Well, probably because of the blood. But, I just don't like them. There's a question for you now. What's your favourite colour boxing gloves? I'd probably say red. What's yours, Joel?
What, my favourite colour
boxing gloves, yeah.
Oh, gloves. I think you've got the traditional red, haven't you?
Yeah. Excellent jabbing there from Taylor. Taylor seems to be definitely having a better round in round two. And I say
Marty G's put, I have a sneaky feeling for Ramirez on points.
Cheers. Yeah, no, well, I mean, Ramirez again is ending the round well after I was saying Taylor started well. There's another great body shot from Ramirez and another 1-2 from Ramirez. So Ramirez definitely ending the rounds well, and that's always the way to catch the judge's eye if you finish the round well, especially when it's been a quiet enough round. So and Taylor catches him lovely there at the end. Which would you believe? I was swinging back to Ramirez, but I'm going to stick with Taylor there and even it up at 19 all. What have you, Joel?
Well, I'm still. Mine's really, really behind. Don't know why, but mine's really behind. I don't know. There's a real respect there. Taylor walked to the corner, raising his hand.
Yeah, I think that last punch that Taylor scored on the bell was very good. Actually, of course,
Ramirez looks like he's feeling it. He does look a bit more.
Yeah, but
he's blowing that bit more, isn't he?
Mm.
Maybe it was the shot on the bell.
Yeah, it was a good shot by Taylor. In fairness, for I had the round swinging first to Taylor and then to Ramirez, but I just gave it to Taylor with that last excellent punch at the end. So now we're into round 3, and again they're grappling and holding in the middle. So I expected this fight to get scrappy, and it has. But it's not so scrappy now. It's fine. Ramirez has now got Taylor on the ropes. And again, they're wrestling away. There's some fighting on the inside as well while they're wrestling. So it's an interesting combative style. And Taylor seems to be, again, he seems to be the slightly physically bigger man. So but then Ramirez catches him with a lovely left hook. And then a straight left to the eye. Oh, and then an excellent right by Ramirez. Some great work now by Ramirez here. And Taylor's moving along the ropes. And he's caught, and Taylor holds on there because he was caught with a big shot from Ramirez. So there's some holding going on here by Taylor, and I think it's because Ramirez has scored some very good shots.
Bryan Cranston. It's a bit of a brawl.
It is a bit of a brawl, but there's some nice shots in there as well, Brian. You'll agree. It's not just wrestling. They have some nice shots on the inside, and Taylor then with the uppercut on the inside and the hooks on the inside. So it's a real tit for tat fight, and I'm enjoying this.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's one of those fights.
If you can get to a screen to watch it, I would advise you to do so. If you can't, we'll try and keep you going. Yeah, I would agree with you, Marty. Ramirez shots are heavier, and you saw how Taylor was holding on a few times after Ramirez threw some big shots.
Yeah, Taylor's definitely coming back though, throwing some big left hands now.
Yeah. But now Ramirez has got him on the ropes again.
Taylor seems to be doing the faster hand work, doesn't he?
Yeah,
but then Ramirez just lands a big shot, and then
Ramirez are heavier shots, so you know.
But as you say, it's early on. You don't want to fall behind too quick.
But there's a lot of action for just the second round. Like, I mean, it's flying. And Ramirez then catches him as Taylor retreats, and then Taylor has to cling on again. So I would say this is a very good round for Ramirez. And now he's throwing the uppercuts, and Taylor holds on again. So I'd say this is a very good round for Ramirez for me.
Yeah, it's more the standout round, isn't it?
Yeah.
Bryan Cranston, did you guys watch ESPN said about betting on the fight?
The odds? No, I didn't. Sorry, Brian. I wasn't really paying attention, and then we kind of have the volume off. So, but that's definitely a Ramirez round for me. So it puts him back one up. So I have a 29-28.
Money pouring in on Ramirez as he is opened at plus 188. $100 wins, $188. Yeah, so.
Well, that when you're getting odds up against, you know, on Ramirez, and it seemed a 50-50 fight, I couldn't understand why money wouldn't be pouring in on Ramirez. I mean, and he looks very much in control. He seems to be the one throwing the heavier punches.
Yeah, he definitely had the better round. Of round 3 there, he definitely caught Taylor with the clean shots. Taylor didn't seem to fuss with him.
But Taylor was holding though a lot. You saw him after a punch had landed. Taylor would go in for the hold immediately, so that kind of shows they did have an effect.
But here we go. It's another Mexican, and
Mexican against a Briton, yeah.
You know, Britain got the upper hand earlier. When congratulations to Sam Eggington getting the WBC silver middleweight title, and he did a good job in that fight. Actually,
he did.
Brian odds down to 149. A 10,000 bet was put on Ramirez at William Hill. Bloody hell!
Was that you, Brian? Was that you?
Madness.
There has to be more. I mean, 10K isn't surely the biggest bet on this fight.
No, but that is a big bet. But yeah, it's not even close to being the biggest. There'll be people chucking all sorts of money at this.
Yeah, I mean,
which is a dangerous fight to bet on, to be perfectly honest.
It really, really is. Oh, Ramirez, there are some excellent punches. When
saying that, in the build up to that though, Taylor landed some good left hands, didn't he?
He did.
But you know,
and again, Ramirez has to flush in the face there.
Punches in bunches, isn't he?
But Taylor seems to be conceding more, if you know what I mean. Ramirez is definitely landing more, and they seem to be more effective.
I'll tell you,
Taylor tried there, but Taylor completely missed with his 1-2, and now they've gone into a clinch again. I mean, it just brushed off the shoulder of Ramirez, whereas the last time Ramirez did it, hit him flush in the face.
Yeah, as you say.
Oh, what went on there now? There was he was complaining a punch to the back of the head, but Ramirez turned around and Taylor didn't stop. Not that he was under any instruction to, except the referee did seem to want him to stop at one point. So he's admonished.
The thing is though, if a fighter turns his back, it's dangerous, very dangerous.
Oh, it's very dangerous, and you shouldn't do it. But he was complaining about Taylor hitting him in the back of the head.
He can't complain that Taylor's hit him in the back of the head if he's turned round.
No, it was before he turned around. He complained hitting the back of the head. Then he proceeded to turn around, and Taylor just kept going. Now he's got Taylor on the ropes, and he's digging into him again, and Taylor's holding on. So I think Taylor is definitely in a bigger fight than he has been to date, because I really think Ramirez is just really pounding down. But now Taylor's after throwing a great combination of his own.
Yeah, he's got to find those gears, isn't he, Taylor?
Yeah. Oh, that's some wonderful left hooks by Taylor. Again, Taylor's great at scoring at the end of the round, but for me, I'm sticking with Ramirez for that one.
He's definitely landing more punches, and the thing is, you know, your Taylor attack is kind of, you know, big shots, but they're sort of 1-2s, where Ramirez is doing 4s and 5s, and he's pushing, you know, he's pushing the ropes. You know, the guys come in from the corner there, from Ramirez's team, saying back of the head, back of the head. I didn't see him hit him in the back of the head first. He kind of was already turning.
Yeah, no, I didn't see it either now, but anyway.
It's kind of one of those, really. But
Ramirez is out, covered in Vaseline.
Taylor's trying to rough him up, I think, and say, look, you're in a fight here.
But Ramirez is well able for that.
Oh, yeah, he's soaked in Vaseline, isn't he? Absolutely caked in it.
Like, if I was the referee, I'd have sent him back to the corner.
Just to
crap off.
Have that cleaned off a bit. There's definitely going to be some sliding glove on that.
Yeah. Taylor is kind of just taking a step back now and punching at distance. Not landing. Oh, but then he throws an excellent left hook. Excellent left hook from Taylor.
Here we go. Taylor is missing Shane McGuigan tonight. He hasn't adjusted at all to the change of pace.
I would agree. I mean, but he's got Ben Davidson now, so I'm saying.
But this is a thing we'll see, won't we? It's one of those, and whether there's a rematch clause in this, I don't know. They haven't sort of given us any of that detail, unless anyone else knows. Stick it in the comments. But we're in round 5. It's just a very tentative start by Josh Taylor. But Ramirez is landing a lot of punches, but his output of punches is a lot more. You know, Taylor's looking for that precise left hand, isn't he?
Yeah.
But, you know, it's a case of what you like, how you see the fight. Stick in the comments how you're seeing it. Let us know your predictions for the fight. Going to be an interesting one, and has been up to this point, to be honest. It's a very they're very on tender hooks, both of them. No one wants to make a mistake.
And they're fighting in a phone box at the minute. They're just standing trading at the moment. Now they've kind of stood off again, but Taylor then threw a big left.
Yeah, I'll tell you, Ramirez is working the body well. When he gets up close, he's really, you can see him thumping some of those right hand body shots. But Taylor doesn't really seem to be too fast. You know, he goes into
Taylor's throwing some great hooks to the head of Ramirez here, and Ramirez is answering in kind. Taylor's his hand up like he claimed that round, and I would be inclined to give it to him, to be fair. So
I think Ramirez almost took that round as a bit of a breather, because
well, I mean, I've given him the last 2 rounds, so I mean, like, if he took that off, like, I have a Taylor 47, Ramirez 48 after 5. What way do you have it, Joe?
Well, that was definitely a Taylor round. He seemed a lot happier about it. Stuck his hand in the air to say, you know.
Yeah, well, oftentimes they'll do that to try and influence the judges, but I would give it to Taylor anyway. But I
think he landed the, you know, as you were saying, it's the hooks. He's now got into his rhythm with his hooks. Yeah. There's not a lot of jabbing going on. He's landing a lot of hooks.
Mm.
And actually they showed that Ramirez body shot again, and actually it didn't really land as clean as I thought it did.
Yeah.
It was more an elbow onto the elbow. But yeah, no, interesting fight so far.
Well, yeah, I mean, I have a point in it after 5, so. And Ramirez finds himself on the ground, and he gets a count.
Well, I'll let you know what I think when I get there.
I didn't think it was something that warranted a count, but he's got a count, so that's excellent news for Josh Taylor.
Cool, yeah, that was a hell of a left hand.
Okay, so I obviously missed the left hand.
And to be fair, Ramirez did nod to him and put his glove up to say, yeah, okay. So he acknowledged it. There was no moaning. He acknowledged it. And the thing is, you can't really moan if the ref starts counting. You know, you've just got to get on with it. Brian Grazan, uh-oh.
Oh yeah, Brian has his money on Ramirez.
But that, as you say, that definitely works in the favour of Josh Taylor. That will give him confidence. And when you see the replay, Ender, good left hand.
Yeah,
really good left hand.
Well, Ramirez has come back into this round now very well. He's throwing a good lot of punches here. Oh, clinching now. Taylor looks a bit tired now after his early output in the round. There's still 1:10 to go on this for me.
No, it's definitely happening in this one. Both guys are giving their all for everything. Everything's on the line.
Yeah.
And big opportunity for both guys.
Yeah, I can see Josh Taylor is just loading up his big left hand there if he could get a chance to throw it. But he didn't. But and a left uppercut to the body is what materialized there, but it was fairly nullified by Ramirez, and now they're back to phone box fighting. And but just throwing
good left hand there by Taylor.
Yeah.
Now it's Ramirez that seems to be grabbing a bit more and having a breather.
Oh yeah, well Ramirez
taking it in turns now.
Ramirez was down, so and then Taylor throwing after the.
Yeah, some good shots in this round by Taylor. It's definitely a Taylor round.
Oh yeah, that's a 10-8 Taylor round.
So that's turned the tide really.
Yeah. So now after 6, I have it Taylor 57, Ramirez 56. What way have you guys got it, you guys and girls? If you want to send in your scores, let us know how you're scoring it. Oh yes, that was a sweet left hook.
Yeah, he landed it really well, didn't he?
Oh, it was an absolute peach of a shot, and so obviously I missed it for whatever reason. I was looking at my phone, but it was an absolute peach of a shot. And he fell into the kind of the midriff of Taylor, but then Taylor just got out of the way and said, "Nope, you're falling down."
Yeah, you are going.
But yeah, no, it was an excellent.
No, enjoying this so far. Marty G is per level for me.
Okay. Well, yeah, I suppose I only have at 1 point in it. So I mean, if you'd given Ramirez round 2 or round 5, or I mean, it'd be level as well, unless of course you only scored that 10-9 to Taylor. If you felt Ramirez won the round but Taylor got the knockdown, then it would be that way.
As I say, Marty G, we're definitely on YouTube. I've double checked it. And yeah, we're
Oh,
live
good.
on YouTube as well. So if you want to head over there, if it's easier, yeah, we're on there and it's live. So yeah,
It's live.
check it out now.
Funk Soul Brother.
So yeah, Ramirez, center of the ring. They were almost taking it in turns of taking center of the ring.
Mm.
Josh Taylor's now got center of the ring. He's kind of Taylor's definitely getting into the fight now.
Oh yeah. Taylor
Taylor
definitely feels on the ascendancy, and that was a great uppercut from Taylor, and Ramirez was holding on there afterwards. And there was another great right hook from Taylor. So Ramirez looks in a wee bit of bother here in round 7, but comes back throwing a few punches of his own. So, and he gets caught again to the face by Taylor. So I think Taylor's scoring very well in this round, and
yeah, he's found his
I think that hook in the in the 6th round is really just.
He's judging the distance now really well.
And again, as Ramirez comes in to attack, Taylor catches him, and now they're having a bit of an elbow wrestle. Not for long though. Ramirez throwing shots, but now Taylor seems to have all the power. Oh my God, that was a wonderful uppercut. Wonderful uppercut by Josh Taylor.
I will see it at some point. Cool, yeah. Brian Cranston has put goodbye Ramirez.
Well, how he got to the end of the round, I'll never know, but that's another 10-8 for Taylor. And that's a definite 10-8 for Taylor.
Taylor's, he's found it. It's fair to say he has found it.
I'd say Adam is going to be absolutely happy as a pig in shit now this evening.
I can imagine Gail and Barry are going to be loving this as well.
They're going to be very happy. All of Scotland will be dancing tonight, because I don't see a way back for Ramirez.
To be fair, I'm a big fan of Josh Taylor. I thought you were going
to remind me how Scottish you were, because you are part Scottish. Well, yeah, Taylor's always been a guy now that's always fought, and we can see from him now. Like, I mean, that was an absolute devastating uppercut. I'm sorry, but that was just magnificent. And fair play to Ramirez from getting up out of that, because that was almost like, you know, in Snatch when the pikey got knocked out by the big lad and he just fell back. You know, golden brown texture like sun.
Marty G, that was some shot. It really certainly was.
It was.
And the great thing was, it was literally out of the clinch. So he literally just got that space and bang, straight up.
Yeah, but I mean, that's the way to do it. Like, I mean,
brilliant shot.
Yeah.
So Taylor is starting to take this now, and he's looking good.
He's on the ascendancy. Like he's
looking good.
He's vicious. You know, he's at his visceral best. He's got the bit between his teeth, and he's going for it.
And it's good because Taylor's now come out covered in Vaseline as well. It's a battle of the Vaseline. Paperboy, how you doing, mate? Hello, guys. Hope you're all right, mate.
I hope you're enjoying this fight, because I certainly am.
Yeah.
And I mean, fair play to Ramirez for coming back from that. Like, and he's still there taking the shots in round 8.
As I say, if you're watching us for the first time, welcome to JG's Fight Talk, sponsored by Richie's Boxing and Limitless Creations. Head over to YouTube, hit the subscribe button. If you're on Periscope, just jump across, hit the subscribe button and check it out. We'll be here to take you through the whole fight, and it's turning into a great fight, to be fair. We're in round 8 at the moment between Ramirez and Taylor for the undisputed, all the marbles. So, yeah, stay with us. We'll guide you through it, and then check out the rest of the content when you can.
Yeah. But Taylor very much in control here.
Yeah, he's dictating so well. Paperboy, let us know. Everyone else in the chat,
He's just
wherever you are.
and that was a definite big left hand that I think the ropes helped keep Ramirez up there. But Ramirez is still there. But
Stick your predictions and your comments in the box. We'll put them on the screen. Let us know. I'm going to be kicked out of the Cranston clan. Nolan's for betting on Ramirez.
oh, we're all Scottish now.
Let you know. Yes, you are.
Hootsman, there's a moose loose about this moose. Now Ramirez is throwing a few uppercuts of his own. Can he come back into this fight?
I think it's slipping. It's slipping.
But the longer that Adam doesn't, or not Adam, Adam's not fighting. Adam's watching the fight. The longer that Josh doesn't put him out, the hungrier the Mexican will get. Like he definitely seems a lot. Oh, and there's a little bit of afters there. Josh has put his hand in the air, but funnily enough, I'm giving that round to Ramirez.
It's not one of your sympathy votes again, is it? That means it is.
It doesn't. It means that Ramirez was scoring the better punches there, and there's Tyson Fury. Oh, the big announcement, 24th of July, Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder.
Yeah. He signed it earlier. Yeah. He put a post out that he signed it earlier.
Yeah, he came on to ESPN bouncing on the studio and telling them as well.
Yeah, so yeah, we'll be doing the live watch along for that one, definitely. And yeah, what a fight it's going to be.
Absolutely.
It's going to be a cracker.
I reckon they're going to go at it from the very first bell.
We'll get the quick predict out pretty soon. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one, that one. Looking forward to it.
And Wilder's got a new trainer as well, so...
Yeah, could be interesting, but can you teach an old dog new tricks? We shall find out on the 24th of July. Las Vegas. It's going to be a cracker. So I can imagine any day as well now we'll probably get AJ versus Usyk, because that will probably be around. Could possibly
because
be
that's gone to first base now.
Still. Marty G, that's a dangerous fight for Fury. I think it's a dangerous fight for both of them. After the
well, I mean, Wilder's nothing to lose, so it is more dangerous for Fury by the fact that he's got things to lose.
Please don't
have home
judging coming into play. Yeah, true. And the same for AJ. Yeah, we could see Usyk versus Wilder for all the belts. You never know. It's literally one of those. But yeah, we'll send it. We'll put our quick predicts out. You can see what we think, and yeah, we'll do the Fury Wilder one in the next few days. But yeah, it's going to be a cracker. But as I say, we'll cover it here. So stick with us, people. As I say, if you haven't already, head over to YouTube, hit the subscribe button. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good fun.
Some nice exchanges here in the ninth. And Taylor there scoring to the head.
But yeah, as I say, Taylor's definitely looking more in control here, and really starting to put his foot down a bit.
Yeah.
Because, you look at some of those earlier rounds and Ramirez sort of grabbed the fight by the scruff of the neck. So Taylor's coming in at a good time here, winning the rounds.
Oh, yeah. Well, his 2 knockdowns are just going to score hugely for him. So
yeah.
But he really needs to put his stamp on it too, nonetheless.
Yeah. They'll definitely have a major major impact on the score. They can't be ignored. So that's the good thing. But Taylor's cool. Good body shot by Taylor. The amazing thing is, I don't think Ramirez has been in a fight like this either.
Well, that's an absolute banger of an end to that round there, and I'm giving that Taylor. So
It's definitely he knows how to finish a round well, doesn't he?
yeah. So I have an 86-83 for Taylor. So that means I've given more rounds to Ramirez. Would that be correct? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, it's because he's
No, I haven't actually.
No, it's because Taylor's won 2 of the rounds, hasn't he? 10-8.
No, I've actually, it's 5 rounds to 4 plus the
The 10-8s.
The 10-8. So yeah, no, it's 5-4 plus the 2 knockdowns actually. So I've only got Taylor 1 round ahead, but obviously those 2 knockdowns are worth so much, and especially in a fight that's reasonably close.
Yeah, I'd say Taylor definitely looks the more composed. Ramirez has got, the full works in the corner, the ice pack, everyone around him, and Taylor's just listening to what Ben's got to say, isn't he? He looks very focused, very focused. He said he'd come and get the job done, and he seems to be doing it at the moment.
Yeah. But in round 10, I wonder, can Taylor get the stoppage? Or will Ramirez give us a surprise stoppage? Or will we go to points where Taylor will win at this point?
I think Taylor would like to get him out.
Oh, yes, Taylor very much would. And Ramirez, being the durable Mexican, has been very difficult to get out, because most people, that uppercut that Taylor threw in,
that was a sweet
in round
shot.
7. I mean, that would have floored most men, lights out, all out, but not Ramirez. So he's got to be.
He's durable, very, very tough.
He's got to be credited for coming back from that.
Yeah, definitely.
But he is getting a bit wild with his swinging now, and obviously more desperate as the time goes by, and Josh can be a little bit more cool, calm, and composed.
As I say, there's a bit of grappling going on, but it's getting to that point in the fight now. Round 10, tiredness does start to kick in, because they've had a good tempo to this fight. The refs tried to keep it going as well. He's done his best to keep it going.
Well, it has been fought at a very high tempo, as you've said. So even if
hats off to both fighters, it's been a good fight.
Yeah, if there'd been a lull in the 10th round, as often can be the times you would not own, and Ramirez caught him nicely there with a good jab to the face, but he'll need more than that now.
Yeah, good left hand there by Josh as well.
Excellent left hand by Josh.
He's sticking at it, isn't he?
Yeah. And he tries the uppercut again there, but you can see why. You can see why both.
That was such a sweet shot.
Yeah, you can see why. What was Taylor doing there? He seemed to be down very low for no reason. You can see why both of these men were both title holders. Like, I mean, they're so strong and so durable, and just hats off to both of them for taking so many great punches from each other. And now Ramirez came forward with a combination that left Taylor holding on for a few moments. So now Taylor is up on his bike, as he should be, really, because obviously, and he scored a lovely hook and puts his hand up for the judges to see that. But
it's always nice to indicate how good your shot was.
Yeah, and he's put his hand up at the end of that round to claim that round as well, and fair enough, I will give it to Taylor. So round 10 goes to Taylor.
He's definitely motoring now, and you can see, although Ramirez doesn't look too tired, that shot, sweet shot. He's just so good with that left hand.
Yeah, he really, really is.
And to be fair,
like that.
We were talking early on about Ramirez having the power, but the power's now coming through for Taylor in these later rounds.
Oh, it has, and especially when he has.
Ramirez is probably hating it because he's thinking, well, I'm getting tired here. Yet this
Mm,
guy's building up and up and up.
mm. Well, I mean, he's been floored twice, whereas Taylor hasn't. So Taylor's obviously summoning all his strength from that. They're both coming out around 11 now. Ramirez does look a bit more
Brian
worn.
Cranston is, but Ramirez is going to want to brawl all the way to the end and try to catch Taylor. But the thing is, you say that, but I wouldn't want to brawl with Taylor because
No,
look at
no,
the shot combinations that he throws out,
absolutely.
and the first knockdown he was so close, yet he managed to get that left out, and it was
Yeah,
a beautiful shot. And to be fair, Ramirez's eyes are looking really swollen.
yeah. And in fairness, if Taylor wins this, he's deserved for the unified world champion. I mean,
Yeah,
he's put on a wonderful display of boxing.
yeah. His
He's shown,
boxing ability is second to none.
yeah,
Um,
and his
but he's,
power seems to be there as well. I mean, like that uppercut that floored Ramirez in the
yeah,
center. I'm
that
still
that
just
that was beautiful.
it really,
Okay,
really beautiful thing. I mean, that would have stopped most boxers.
you guys are dedicated boxing fans, being up and on YouTube in early AM on Sunday for you. But do you know what, Brian? We love this. We absolutely love this. Me and Ender met each
Whether
other.
I was on YouTube or not, I'd be up watching this fight.
Me and Ender only met each other
We haven't met in the person yet.
3 months? 3 months ago.
Yeah, we were kind of just as Arsenal fans. We were talking about Arsenal. All of a
And
sudden, Josh was setting up a boxing channel, and I said, "Oh yeah, pretty cool. I used to be a boxing judge. I'm really into boxing," and we got talking about it, and I joined on
over here, over here, and that was it. And now we've got our own little platform.
What's over
And
here?
as in, come over to this. And
Oh yeah.
and to be fair, we just love boxing, and
And Josh is Josh.
we're
Joel,
just great that you all enjoy it as well. That's the main thing.
And Joel has scored some great interviews, and you should see them. And he's really good, and it's a great channel, and he does so much brilliant work on it, and I enjoy being part of it, and it is great.
Yeah, we've met some great people,
and we've got great people as well. All you guys that interact with us. I mean, you've been on a few times, Brian.
Marty G.
G.
We've met Luke. There's loads of people.
There's loads. I mean, what's his name from Ireland, from Tyrone?
Yeah, we've got Stephen. We've got
Where's Stephen tonight, by the way? I'm very disappointed with Stephen.
I know. I did send him the link as well.
He must be asleep.
We love doing what we do, and we're glad you enjoy it, and that's all that matters to us.
Yeah.
So as I say, continue to support the channel and share it with other people as well, because that's a big part for us.
Yeah, Ramirez is trying his darndest here in the 11th, and he's coming for a lot more. And Josh is on his bicycle, naturally enough.
But yeah,
Josh put his hand up, but that's a Ramirez round for me.
Yeah, he's definitely working harder.
So I've now got it 105, 102.
Which, to be fair, matches exactly what Brian said earlier. We'll put it up again. He wants the brawl.
Yeah.
Because
now, I'm going to have a comfort break, and I'm going to rush because I want to pass you into this fight.
Okay, Dan. I'll see you in a minute. But yeah, good fight so far. They're showing Ramirez's family there. Yeah, they're just showing the replays at the moment. And Ramirez definitely found the cleaner punches there. But saying that, they're showing the highlight reel, and Taylor's landing just as good. So, yeah, definitely a good round for both fighters there. But as Ender was saying, Ramirez seemed to just do that little bit more. He looks knackered in that corner. Josh Taylor sat in the corner, just as I say, listening to his corner, focused, ready to go. Final round, they touch gloves, show respect to each other, Ender. To be fair, I know Josh Taylor gets a bit spicy in fight week, but it's to be expected. Everything's on the line. Everything he's worked
That's
for.
how he channels himself.
Everything
That's
he's
how he
worked
channels
for.
himself. And as our good friend Adam has said, he's met him and he's a lovely guy. You know, to be a boxer, you've got to have aggression. And he's channeling it right. So fair play to him. And he's going to be unified world champion in about 2 minutes. So
incredible. A really good performance. Ramirez needs a knockdown or a knockout.
Well, I don't see where it's going to come from. Of course, I could be left eating my words, but I don't.
Don't say anything.
Saying that now, he did score a nice jab there, but Taylor just tied him up in knots, and now Taylor's throwing a few punches, just keeping him back, keeping him at distance. Really, that's it.
It's trying to keep busy, isn't it? Busy enough.
Just keep him away from him, really. It's really well done here from Josh Taylor.
It's hit and don't get hit and move away. And
well,
go back in at times, right? But
it's just keeping him back to avoid a big punch coming in, I think, more than anything.
It's difficult though, isn't it? Because Ramirez is that typical Mexican, that come forward fighter. They won't leave you alone. They want the fight. They push the fight, and
and Josh is up on his bike here, and Ramirez there almost landed, but not really. Josh got out of there too sweet.
But no.
Good uppercut there from Josh.
We're in the last minute now of round 12, and it's been a good fight. It's been a good fight.
It's been a great fight. I've really enjoyed this fight now, and fair play to both men for really sticking at you. 12 rounds of brutal boxing in this.
And a high tempo. That's
very high tempo.
Very high tempo.
Big shots from both guys, and no
one shied away.
Absolutely not.
It's been for the undisputed, and they fought because they won it, and this is exactly what we wanted to see. Ender's going to get ready to go to the scorecards as he loves it. Thank you, Ender. Brian Cranston, impressive fight by Josh Taylor. No, he definitely looked good at the end of that. Taylor's raised both hands, moving around the ring. Ramirez has lifted his hand in the air. Marty G, great fight. Ramirez never seemed the same after that 6th round knockdown.
I haven't gone to the scorecards yet, but what was your final score, Josh? Joel?
You can ask Josh, but I don't know if he'll answer.
I have it 115 to 111 to Taylor.
Well, I think you can't ignore the knockdowns, can you? And
nope.
That's where he's won the fight.
Yeah, because it'd be 113, 111 without the knockdown. So it's good.
It'll be interesting to see how the judges see it, because there's a few
rounds. Did they get it right? You mean? Yeah, I agree.
There's a few rounds at the start where they were either or rounds.
Well, I think actually I've been.
But there's no way you could call this a draw. If they call it a draw, it's a cop out.
Well, it's definitely not a draw. It's definitely not a draw, because I think I've been quite generous to Ramirez.
But I have
it 115, 111.
We've seen this, Ender, haven't we?
No, there's no way that
we've seen it before, even with knockdowns. But I have to say that shot in round 6 was a great shot.
Well, and
then the uppercut in round 7 was sweet.
It was just a peach of a shot. Shot. So who have you got, guys? Let us know. And again, boxers showing great respect for each other at the end of the fight. I think Ramirez is kind of looking a bit more.
Well, like Josh Taylor said the other day, it's all about it's business.
Mm.
That's what it comes down to. It's all business.
Yeah.
You can do all the trash talk, you can do all that, but at the end of
Okay.
the fight,
Going to go.
okay, end up. So, High Paperboy, I guess Taylor got it. Yeah, Taylor scored 2 knockdowns, round 6 and round 7. But the judges' scorecards are there now. Ender's just sorting it out now. Taylor's dancing around the ring, so we shall see. But Ender will tell us what's on the scorecards. Should be an intriguing one. The top ranked girls are there as always. So Ender's just dealing with that. So we'll wait. Hang on a minute. Jamal Noel. What do you think?
My cock smells. Is that what you want me to say? Yeah. You're
bad at that. On it's nearly 4 o'clock here, mate.
Yeah. Your juvenile humour was funny at 10 o'clock. Now it's just pathetic. Anyway, that was a unanimous decision by Taylor. I only got the last score 114 to 112, so I presume the other two were probably like mine 115 to 111, but we will get the correct scores. What they got, but it was unanimous. It was unanimous points decision for Taylor.
Let me see if I can. Brian Cranston, thanks guys.
Yeah, sorry about losing all your money there, Brian.
Yeah, Brian, thank you very much.
Next time, back your kinsmen.
Let us know when you're about. If you're on Twitter, Brian, I'm at JG's Fight Talk, Ender, EFB man. Find us on there.
Yeah.
Send us your Twitter handle, and maybe we can get you on next time. It'd be good to have a chat with you, and top bloke. Same with you, Marty G. Let us know. Send us your Twitter
all
handle.
Three. Oh, so that's the way they called it out. So all I missed was all three having it.
Right.
112. Thanks, Marty. So I was wondering how it was read out so quickly. I still think that was very tight. Like, and I thought I was being generous to Ramirez. I suppose I could have given him the last round and then I'd have matched them as well. But no, I'm happy enough with my 115 to 111.
So there we go. Josh Taylor.
So they basically, all the judges then had it 6 rounds apiece and only the 2 knockdowns going to Taylor.
Josh Taylor's probably hardest work of the night is trying to keep his arms up with those belts on.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, well, there we go.
There we go now.
Ender, thank you very much.
No problem, Joel. Thank you very much.
Thank you to everyone in the comments.
Yeah, I'm going to bed now, but I'll be on Twitter, and if you want to at me, it's at EFBman with your comments or anything, what you thought of that. I was very impressed by Josh Taylor. I didn't win my bet because he had to stop him for me to win my bet. However, my prediction was correct. Josh Taylor.
Thanks, Marty G. And on that note, we will see you all soon. We'll be doing quick predicts this week.
Yeah.
We might just chuck in a little show. Might do a little Q&A. This week has been a bit of a funny one for both of us. So we'll probably do a Q&A next week just to chuck one out there and have a laugh.
Yeah.
See where you're all at.
Want to get involved? If you want to get involved in that or anything, just at JG's Fight Talk. Just send him a direct message, and Joel will sort out something there. You know.
Yeah,
if you want to get more involved in the channel, it'd be great to have you guys and girls input. You know.
Yeah.
Always open to it. The next big fight is what is the next big fight?
I don't know off the top of my head, to be perfectly honest.
Because this was the kind of the marker for me. I know there's some there is another fight next week on DAZN. It's an American one. I don't know who exactly is in it, but I know that's on. And I know that Frank Warren has a card on BT coming up.
Yeah, so, I know there's fights coming up here and there, but we shall cover them, and we will let you know.
But nothing of a big thing. Yeah,
On
we're
that
going to
note,
have some of this.
we're going to have some of this. Take care, people, and look after
Igua,
yourselves. See you
Olisov,
soon.
and well done again to Italy winning the Eurovision.
And on that note, see you later.
Long fall.
Are you ready?